18 years ago, I designed a personal leadership program. That program I felt was critical to address some of the training issues I saw. It was about three things: getting people to think differently, getting people to understand responsibility at a far deeper level, and communication. That program has now been rolled out across many cultures and across many industries, varying incredibly. And I think you could say it's had an incredible impact.
I was truly amazed at what I got out of it. So it wasn't just learning about the models and the tools and the techniques that we share on the PLP program. It was really understanding how it all joins together, how it makes an impact in the work environment, but equally how it makes an impact in the home environment, and how it makes an impact on you as an individual human being.
Every time people have gone on the course, I've been aware that people have made comments about, I don't know what happened, I don't know where that person's been, but what a difference they've now made and are making to their new approach. And it's difficult to explain, but it's almost like a switch where suddenly it goes from off to on, and people just change.
Generation Y people do need something different. They need to have the autonomy and they need to have real purpose in what they're doing.
Therefore means it's about true freedom for people to get on with it, to take responsibility, to express themselves, to lead their own people, to feel truly empowered, that they own their own destinies, that they have a framework within which they can operate. They get it and they understand it and they love it. And they come into work with a light step.
Absentee rates went down, commitment went up, all sorts of soft measures just went through the roof as a result of the programme.
At the end of the day, it's about choice, choosing who you want to be, choosing whether you take all of you into the workplace, all of you into your family life, choosing how you respond and react in each and every moment.
So Penny's programme had a transformational effect in the sense that it gave people an opportunity to reflect on what they wanted out of life. Did they actually want to be there or not? Did they want to do a great job or not? And it's all about choices. I personally think that Penny's programme was probably the greatest gift I could have given to my staff.
Outstanding managers drive people to perform at the highest level they're capable of, and it's more about control. Outstanding leaders inspire them to do it for themselves, and it's more about freedom.
A lady came to me and she said, I've got a bit of a problem here. And so she started to tell me all about it, and she told me all about it for about 15 minutes. And at the end of it she said, so that's the problem. And I looked at her and I said, so what are you going to do about it? And about 3 weeks later, she came back to me and said, you know, that's the first time anyone in British Gas has asked me what I should do about something. It's very simple, but that's what I think engages people. They feel ownership, they feel they can make decisions and get on with it. And I don't know, that's at its simplest is what I try and do.
And we chose to put all of our leaders through this programme. So we've had 56 people in terms of our leadership community go through the programme, and we managed to do that over a 3-day period with a few of us who've been through train the trainer, delivering that at the same time. The impact has been amazing.
I think truly great leaders create the right culture that customers recognise, that grows profit and shareholder value in the longer term.
In certain areas, the management culture is very old-fashioned. It's very push. It's very much the case of I look down and I tell you what to do and you do what I tell you, rather than empowering the staff and enriching their experience. So what we're looking to do, and it's agreed in principle, that we're building a program with Penny and the Live team to roll out a program across the whole business in 2012.
So things have changed. It's no longer so much about management and driving performance. It is more about leadership.
One of the key things is that it's completely changed my life in terms of who I am, how I behave at work, but also at home in my home life. And I think that's probably the starting point, because I've always been very passionate about leadership and wanting to be the best leader that I can be, and equally outside of work, be the best person I can be, so the best friend, the best stepmother, the best partner, etc. But what Programs for Life gave me was, first of all, a real insight into who I am, how I behave, and therefore the impact that that has on others.
That's what leadership is about. How can I allow people to be inspired to do and believe passionately in what they're doing, in their own life, in their business, in their family, and do it because they enjoy it, because they care, because they have purpose.
We have made it a choice to train every single person in the whole of our divisions. So by Christmas this year, we'll have around 230 people will have gone through the programme, so that every single person that works in Sage Accountants division will be living and breathing the programme, which I think is fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the results. I can see what we're doing now, and that's with, you know, a number of people going through. Imagine what it's going to be like with everybody going through the programme. So watch this space. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens.
In the last 18 years, over 35,000 people have been through this programme. Over 200 trainers are now delivering it globally. In the next 2 years, we will have doubled that number. And as well as that, we'll have translated the programme into many different languages.
We had a lot of challenges around culture. We thought, well, the Chinese culture won't take this programme, or the Latin American programme won't take this programme. And we've been proven wrong. We've been staggered, actually, as to how effective the programme has been in places of the world where you assume that some of this thinking wouldn't necessarily be adopted so easily.
I think one thing from my own experience that I'd like to add is just how transferable and portable it is across different nationalities and cultures. The experience of working with people of all sorts of backgrounds within South Africa, for example, blew me away. It was appealing to people of Zulu and Xhosa background, of Indian background, of white background. It's just a fantastic, accessible program and accessible experience for people to make the most of and get benefits from.
And I think a leadership course, as well as helping that leader understand about inspiration, it was also about the individual understanding it's up to them. They have to take accountability. Otherwise, I think you're wasting time. So, you know, when I look at the leadership development program, that is clear. That is at the heart of it. And the feedback I get from, well, in British Gas Business, British Gas Services, and now in Direct Energy is phenomenal. People say they've never been on a course like it. It changes their life, and I think it does, Penny. I think it's a very powerful course. And embedding that in an organisation, I think, is a great way to ensure you get sustainable growth across all aspects of the company.
I started with this dream of how could I help people fulfil their potential. And that was a Penny Ferguson programme, and that's how it's known. It's not that anymore. It's something much more. Much, much more. It's now a real wave of a new way of thinking and being. So what better than to say that wave is the living leader. Simple, effective, and truly sustainable leadership for life.